Christy with Christy's Beautiful Life, and I am simply posting this in support of Tanya, who has posted the first big challenge for the Crafty Maven crop that we're doing today. And if you're watching this later on, this is for a crop that we hosted on our Crafty Maven YouTube channel, or actually I guess it would be on our Facebook group. And so Tanya has challenged us to use a technique, like get over using a technique that we have a bit of a fear of. For me, it's mixed media. I can do little bits, but it's very intimidating to me, and it just kind of scares me. So, but I did it, and this is going to be the base of my layout. I did the smishing technique, and I used 3 different types of mist, which is very fearful to me, because what if I messed it up? So let me just grab these for you. Okay, so my first one I used was my Heidi Shine, and it is the peacock color. This is the little mini kit. It came in 3 colors. So there's this color, there's a pink and a yellow, I believe. Oh, I love this stuff. And so that's what the darker ones are. And there. I then used my Tim Holtz Distress ink, the Cracked Pistachio, and that's some of this teal color. And then I added, because this one's got a bit of a shine to it and the Distress ink has no shine, I added this Recollections green shimmer. And so if you see any shimmering on the green, that's probably more this one than it is this. But you know what? They kind of read the same color. So there, that's what I used. I'm very proud of myself. I am going to turn this into a process video, so hang tight with that. I'll get you on fast forward soon. I'm going to pull from my stash. I am in the middle of a no buy right now. I was going to start in October, but with the way our life is going, I've started it a month early, so I'm just going to kind of decide what I want to use. I've got some pattern papers here, tons of scraps to pick from. I just kind of pulled anything that I thought might possibly work. Obviously, I will not be using all of these. That is the only one that is a different color. But, you know, that's kind of what I'm going to work from. So I just thought I'd quickly show you that. Alrighty, so I will put you on fast forward and create a layout. I am not doing this off of a Pinterest piece of inspiration, like which is my goal for September, is to use 10 Pinterest layouts as inspiration and get them scrapped so I can stop just pinning and not creating. So, but if I happen to get stuck and decide to use one, I will make sure to print it off and show you. All right, time for fast forward. So what I first do is pull out my 3 options for photos. And at first I was really leaning towards using the photos of my parents with my niece and Jackson. I love the blue, like they're all wearing blue. So I thought it would tie in really well with the bit of mixed media I had done for this layout to help with Tanya's challenge for our crop. But what ends up happening is I picked 2 pieces of pattern paper that I knew I wanted to use, and looking at them, so you see I'm looking at that, I decide that what's going to work best is the black and white photo right here, which is of Jackson's toes the day he was born. My sister happened to just snap that photo, and I love them, and they're so tiny and adorable, and they lasted that long for, you know, a month, and then he grew. So my next step is to decide how I want to mount my photo, what I'm going to use as the border. I go back and forth between using the green, that light green, and the black and white, just because I wasn't sure how I really wanted to do the spin on it and what I wanted to do. So I'm still kind of thinking about it. I decided I for sure wanted to tear the edges of the pattern paper, the back pattern papers, and then I do decide to go with the black and white striped. I kind of, just because the photo was black and white, it just kind of helped tie everything in together. I'm also showing you here that I use some washi at the very top as well. So it's a 3 border at the top and then a single diagonal at the bottom. So I was just showing you that as well there. I don't do a whole lot more mixed media. I know that was the whole point of this challenge, but in the end, what I end up doing is just a little bit more with, I grab a wood veneer that I end up using the same mist and using that. So you will see me do that. Right now what I'm doing is just grabbing a few frames to try out to see what I want to use. I want to bring in some more of the blue color to help highlight the fact that I did mixed media. So I do end up choosing that, and the one that's on the layout right now is the one I stick with. And it says transparency or transparent. I think it says transparency on it. Doesn't mean anything. It's just a little element for my whole layout. I'm also wanting to use one of these awesome Maggie Holmes open book banner ribbon banners. I do decide to go with the black and white one again to just kind of help tie in the whole layout. There's yellow that says hello, and there's no other yellow on the layout, but it's okay. In the end, it works well. You're also seeing me now cut up that wood veneer. It was originally a cloud, and again, I just used some of my mist and sprayed it, so it's now the same teal. I cut it in half and split it between the photo there, so I do like how that worked. And I'm going to put in some finishing touches here, just kind of deciding where everything wants to go. This is from the Amy Tan, I think it's stitched. I believe it's stitched, and I like it so much I didn't want to hide, like just tuck under that love, so I just trimmed it so I can use that for another piece. And then I use a couple of feathers and an arrow. So what's going to come up next is I'm going to come live to explain a little bit with my titling and everything, and then I will be back with some close-ups for you to look at so you can see what the finished layout looks like. The Love, Love, Love does become my finished title, just so you know. All right, guys, time to go live. So you have just seen me kind of put together my clusters. This is going to be kind of a smaller end on the embellishment scale for me. I actually tend to do a lot of embellishment. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I am a pretty heavy embellisher. But I really want your eye to just go straight to Jackson's adorable toes here. And so here's what I'm debating, not complaining, sorry. I don't know. I love this, love, love, love. But that was originally where I was going to put my title, and I'm gonna title it Baby Toes or Those Toes or something. But I really love the way this looks, and I feel like because it's a matte gold, it doesn't have sparkle to it, this arrow, these feathers, and then I don't know how well you can see this or how well it's reading on camera, but this is stitched in gold thread and it's got some sparkle to it. So when I put that there, it has my 3 elements of gold, and this just reads as a matte. So I like that. So I'm not worried about there being 4 elements of gold. I'm just worried about where I'm going to put my title if I leave this here. My second problem is I need to have journaling. Okay, you don't need to. I would like to have journaling, and I wasn't going to do it hidden, but I don't really know where else to put it. This is too busy of a layout to actually have it, and because these are big black plus signs, I can't really do my journaling on there unless I did it on vellum, and I think that would take away from the layout. So I do think I'm going to have to put in some hidden journaling somewhere. And my final thing I just wanted to share was, if you want to have some different layers and dimension on banners, a great way to do it, especially if you have that, is line each one of them up with wherever your piece of pattern paper is, and then make the top one at the top. And it will read well like that. So just a little hint. But that's kind of where I'm at with what I'm going to do. Not sure. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to bore you with going back on fast forward or anything. I am just going to show you my finished layout, and I will make sure that it's a little bit longer so you can actually see where I put the title, because I'm still debating it. And anyways, this is my take for Tanya's challenge for our Crafty Maven huge crop that we're doing on our Facebook channel. Thanks everyone, and I would love to see your guys' take on using a technique that you're a little bit afraid of. Thanks, bye!